Hey everybody, Amanda here. Been a very long time since I've done a video on YouTube. Um, Main reason being is just time, work related, with my job. Um, Being able to find time to film, in between, when my family is at my house, that has changed. I recently moved into my own place, so it's going to be a lot easier to film. I've been in my own apartment for a year and a half now, almost. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to do more videos a lot more often now. Um, Hopefully, with how work goes and stuff like that, my schedule. I do have a set schedule, so Monday through Friday job, but it's later. I was working like 7:30 till about 5 o'clock. Now my hours are like 10 to 7. So more than likely it'll be hopefully on Saturdays and Sundays that I can do update videos. I'm hoping that I can do it once a week, if not once a month. I do still cross stitch. I try to cross stitch every day. I do take breaks in between the seasons. I'll do more crochet and knitting in the wintertime than I do cross stitch because my hands tend to get cold with being in a colder climate, so gotta take that into effect as to my stitching. Last video, I think was like 4.5 years ago, I was working on Heaven and Earth Designs Shih for Christmas. I have put that down for now. Main reason being is when I moved, I lost some of the pattern. And when I went to go look on my computer to see, excuse me, if I had the file, it apparently never saved. So I have to end up buying that, again, so that I can finish it. I do plan to finish it. This is as far as I got with it for now. Got all of Santa done. Santa's head and hands holding the top part of the stocking and the Shih Tzu puppy. So a little over half of it is done, which is nice. I'm hoping that when I do get that pattern again, that it won't take very long to finish it. That one is, this one is done on 28 count, even weave 2/1, so full cross with 2 strands of floss. The one that I've been working on and off for the past, since May of 2016 is another Heaven and Earth design. I don't like to have a lot of projects going on, so besides like Christmas ornaments and little stuff like that, I mainly have one big project going on at once, maybe 2. The one that I've been working on since May of 2016 is Soaring Free by artwork done by Joan Marie, pattern charted by Michelle Sierra. This one is 450 stitches wide by 562 stitches high. Finishing size is 18 by 22 3/8 inches. And it's done on 25 count fabric. I'm about halfway, I believe, when I measured it and counted the pages out. I'm going to try to get it all in the frame. Pull back a little bit. Try to get it all in. It's hard to see in between the fabric. But I've got most of the butterfly done, except for, I think, the bottom wings a little bit. Over a little bit more. This one I am doing on 25 count, 2/1, so 2 strands of floss over 1 square. And again, I've been working on this one since May of 2016, so almost 3 years. This one is going to be actually for my friend's daughter who is turning 4 this year, so I've joked around that hopefully she'll get it before she turns 18, which I'm quite confident will happen. I'm hoping to have it done within the next year. Other than that, like I said, I've moved into my own apartment. Milestone this year is 30th birthday, so I just turned 30 on Tuesday. Kind of exciting there. I do have 6 guinea pigs. Those are pretty much my children I joke around with. I love them to death. They are my children. They're kind of like therapy animals. If you're having a bad day and come home from work, I'll snuggle 1 or 2 of them, and I just make everything better. They're such happy little creatures. They tend to squeak a lot if they hear bags. They're quite entertaining to watch because they all have their own little personalities. If you ever watch guinea pigs, look up guinea pigs on YouTube, you can see videos of them popcorning, which is when they're really, really happy. And mine tend to do that all the time. They love to squeak at the top of their lungs when I go into my kitchen and open the fridge because they want a little snack. I'm hoping one time to I'll do a video on all of them. Videos I hope to be doing in the future is how I store all my floss, all of my cross-stitch kits that I have, the patterns that I've purchased. I have accumulated a lot in the past 4 years. I haven't bought any kits, I don't believe, but I have acquired some patterns, some free, a lot of Heaven and Earth designs. So hopefully, and maybe the next one I'll do a video on all of the patterns and charts and kits that I have. I know I had mentioned, I think in one of my first videos, is all the cross-stitch projects that I've done. I had one that I did, I think I want to say maybe 10, 12 years ago, quite a while ago, that I actually found while I was moving, that I have, that I'll show you at the end of the video. It's one from one of the, I think, Better Homes and Gardens. It's one of those cross-stitch magazines from the 90s that my mom had that she ended up handing down to me when she stopped cross-stitching. She gave me like all of her floss and all of her supplies, so I have a few of the magazines still. And I was cleaning out one of my bins and I was able to find it, and I'm quite happy with it. It's kind of cool to see how much I've come from doing that one, because it was pretty difficult. I wouldn't say as far as the stitching. I believe I did it on 28 count, 2/1 or 2/2, I believe it is, because I believe the equivalent of the stitching was 14 count. So, as I mentioned before, I have officially moved into my own apartment. I've been here about 1.5 years. Finally, officially, for the most part, moved in. There's still a few things that I want to purchase to kind of just make it my own that I've been just kind of like saving up here and there and going and purchasing those things. Yeah. Job. I'm still at the same place that I was 4.5 years ago. My position's changed over the past 4 years, so kind of know a little bit of everything in my department as far as going, as far as what my job consists of. Update. I did finish Mini Pearl and Mini Opal. I have not gotten those finished because they are going to be for my mom and sister. I just have to finish those up. I'm not sure if I want to frame them or turn them into a pillow. I might do my own framing because Mini Pearl was substantially larger than Mini Opal, so framing wise it's going to be, I think I was quoted at the time probably like 300 because of how large she is. I have been watching a lot of FlossTube. I have not stopped doing that. I will when I stitch, catch up on everybody that I've been watching. I've subscribed to a lot of channels. I think the latest one that I've subscribed to is trying to see. I do have it open up on my computer screen. Just trying to see that. Last videos that I caught up on, Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I love watching her videos and all the progress that she's been able to complete. I love In This Moment. Is such a pretty pattern. The colors especially, all the blues, as she says, it's very relaxing to watch it. I hope she does more Stitch with Me, Stitch with Me videos in the future. Last, I think I just started watching is New Mexico Stitching Demon. Projects that she has going on are awesome. Can't wait to see what the ones that she has that she's going to be starting in the near future. Seeing the progress on those. Yeah, I've been watching. Let's see. My computer is not cooperating at the moment and has frozen. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Nicole's Needlework is another one that I've subscribed to. Caitlin and Stitches. Felicity Fish Cross Stitch. Nikki's Craft. I love watching her stitch with me videos while I'm stitching. Trying to keep track of my stitching while I watch her do. She's very relaxing as she stitches. I love seeing her monthly updates throughout all of the products that she's working on. Yeah, I'm glad she's doing better because I know she was sick in the middle of January. I feel like I'm rambling. I apologize. It's been a very long time since I've done a video on here. Just wanted to pop up and say that I'm still here, still stitching. hopefully now with how my job is and everything, my living situation is, I'll be able to start filming more update videos. For right now, I think I'll stop it right here. I apologize if it's kind of rambly. The project I'll show you real quick. This one, they said, was from a magazine. I can't remember what the name of it is or if I still have it or not, but did this one probably... No, it's been over a decade since I've done it. This one has some... I think this was the first project I had that had couching in it, besides my Dimensions ballerina. Let's see if I can get this all. It is really... It's not horribly large, but it's large enough where I'm gonna have to frame up. It's just a little boy in a blue suit, holding a flower basket with his pet squirrel. Zoom in a little bit. So difficult to do it backwards. The leash that is on the squirrel is actually all, besides the handle, in couching. I was looking at it. It is done on 28 count even weave. The main stitching is, I believe, 2/2. The face, his eyes and lips are all done 1/1, I believe. So, besides I think the irises, the nose, lips are all 1/1. Lots of back stitching. This is the back of it. It's quite messy, I feel. I tend to now, as I end up at my stitching or my strands, I tend to weave it under and then cut it as close as I possibly can so there's no tails hanging. I'll show you on Soaring Free. This is the back of it. I said this is the first project I've ever gridded. I do have to say that it does, for a larger project like this, make it substantially easier without losing your place. I don't know. I'm probably have to do a close-up video of it. How I stitch is when I end a piece, I don't park my thread. I still do cross-country. I'll work kind of like page by page cross-country where I'll stitch as much as I can at that page before I move on. I do half stitches and then go back if there's multiples in a row. And with that, it kind of slants the stitches on the back and makes them line neatly so that when I do go to end my thread, it makes it easier where I can just run my needle underneath a few stitches at a time. And then I run it over enough to where I know it's securely anchored. It's not going to come out, so I'll weave it under those stitches and then cut my thread as close to the stitches as possible so that there's no tails hanging out. It does make it harder if I do have to frog something to get those threads out, but I double, triple check my stitching before I do it, sometimes 4 times, just to make sure I'm putting it in the right thing, which is why I wanted to see how gridding is so that my count isn't off. It does, like I said, make it extremely easier when finding your place on the pattern versus if I wouldn't have gridded. I didn't grid for She Too for Christmas, and I have to say that gritting for Soaring Free has made it a lot easier and made it a lot simpler as far as being able to stitch more. Health in general, I had been battling what's called gastroparesis. I got diagnosed, I think January of 2014, and I'm happy to say that that is finally diminished and gone into what I pretty much think is remission. I still have to be careful with my portion sizes, with how much I eat, because I still can't eat like a 3-course meal. That's just not how I am. I eat little meals throughout the day. I tend to snack throughout the day, but I don't have that pain anymore. I'm able to eat a lot more foods than what I was 5 years ago, which is an answer to prayers for sure. Oops, sorry about that. So my piggy running. So that's an answer to my prayers, because not being able to eat a lot of foods that I did when I was younger is kind of sad. I'm happy that I can eat more tasty food than what I was in 5 years ago. So I think I'm going to end it here. I apologize if this video seems to be all over the place. Like I said, this is my first video in probably 5 years, so I've got to get used to talking to myself into a camera. Like I said, I'm hoping to be able to do a video once a week, if not once a month updates. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy this video, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!